Whenever a subscriber takes the time to actually send me something as an AOK, it really doesn't matter how big or how small or how expensive or inexpensive something is. It always catches my attention because I absolutely appreciate any time someone does a gesture of this sort. But today I received an AOK from a subscriber of the channel by the name of Alan, and I want to talk a little bit about the AOK and then also show you what Alan sent over to me. If you want to hear more, stay tuned for the video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to take a look at an AOK that actually arrived from a subscriber by the name of Alan. And before we get started, I just want to say that if you haven't yet subscribe to the channel, I definitely want to encourage you to do so. That way you can stay abreast of all the content that I release on a weekly basis, and it also makes you eligible for the giveaways that I do every single week. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about Alan. He actually has been reaching out to me via Instagram, and he has actually been a member of the community for a while. His name has popped up in the chat several times. We've gone back and forth, but I've gotten to know him a little bit better based upon Instagram and him reaching out to me there. We've had some great conversations, and Alan was recently in Spain, and we were talking about when he was going and kind of sort of what happened over there. And when he came back, he shared with me some of the books that he picked up. All the while, he was working on an AOK for me. And so he actually sent it over along with an awesome note. And I'll read you part of the note here. It says, Reggie, longtime subscriber, first time AOKer. And for those that don't know, AOK, act of kindness. AOK, act of kindness. I wanted to grab you some items I think you like from my recent trip to Spain. I was lucky enough to find time to hunt at Norma Comics. I think it's Norma Comics. Recently found out that they received the Will Eisner Spirit of Comic Retailer Award. Explains why I had such an amazing experience. He says, you've done a lot for the community that I wanted to show some appreciation. He goes on to talk about some other things here. But one of the things that really resonated with me was he shared with me his name. His name is Alan, but where did that name come from? He tells me that his mom was a big fan of MASH and especially liked Hawkeye. And so he was basically named after Alan Alda. And I love MASH. You guys know that. I've spoken about MASH before and how I did a photo shoot in the hills where MASH was basically filmed over in Malibu. It's clear. It is clear to me that Alan has, he heard that story and remembered that story. So I definitely dug that part of it. But shout out, Alan, to you and your mom, because I am a big fan of MASH and Alan Alda. And I should probably just start calling you Hawkeye. I'm going to start calling you Hawkeye instead of Alan. Hawkeye's definitely a cool name. There's no doubt about that one. But I definitely appreciate this note, Alan. I also appreciate the wonderful tokens that you sent over to me. But one other thing that I really liked about Alan's AOK, and I haven't even gotten to the AOK, to be honest with you, it is this folded up piece of paper. This guy is a subscriber of the channel, and I say it all the time that I have some of the best subscribers out there. He sent me some sketches of some potential Gibbon shirts that could be made. And I'm actually mad. I am actually mad that I didn't come up with these before. I am actually mad. One of the sketches is a t-shirt with a pocket. The pocket has some webbing, and there is a Gibbon climbing into the pocket. The Gibbon that is basically lifted from Amazing Spider-Man 110. This is a fantastic idea. It is a fantastic idea. He didn't send me just one. He sent me another. One on a tank top that is reminiscent of the various shirts that I always wear. It's an outline of a Gibbon instead of a B. I dig that one. And I thought there was one more. Oh no, this is just a blow up. it's an enlargement of this one over here. But again, I thought that this was really awesome. And again, I'm jealous that I did not come up with that myself, because it's actually a really good idea. So again, huge shout out to Hawkeye for hooking me up with I mean, the A-OK, yes, but then also some things that I thought were really, really cool. So he sent over to me a t-shirt, and I think he even said it's okay for me to cut the sleeves off. Here is the shirt that he sent over. Shout out to my man Comic Tom 101. Alan actually picked up one of Tom's shirts and sent it to me, so I thought that was really cool, because it might have been Alan that actually told me about these shirts, because I did not know that Comic Tom even had these shirts. But I remember a subscriber telling me about the shirts, and that's when I went and saw that they were available. But very cool. I definitely appreciate that. And now let's get to the books. Because he was in Spain, all of the books that he sent are in Spanish, which I think is really cool, especially because I struggled with Spanish through high school and also through college. So I'm going to need some translation, translation services from you guys. But he sent some really cool books. These books are cool. This first book is Venom #3. That's a cool cover featuring Spider-Man and Venom. I don't know that I've seen this cover in the US before, so this may be something that is unique to Spain, but definitely a cool cover. Again, this is Venom #3. Definitely a cool book. He sent all of them in Mylars as well, which is really nice. This one is Superior Spider-Man #2. That's a cool cover. This definitely is a longer Spider-Man. Those are some long arms that he has right there. Cool cover. And then the very last one, which I think is incredible, is this one right here. It is a facsimile cover, a facsimile comic of Amazing Spider-Man 300. That is really, really cool. It is a gorgeous cover. And with it, I mean, it's on this newer card stock. It's in a Mylar. This thing is gorgeous in person. It really is. I've held several ASM 300s that don't look this good. Something about that good quality paper, man. But this is really cool. So again, Hawkeye, brother, I definitely appreciate this act of kindness. For a first timer at this, you did an incredible job because you personalized it, and it was touching. And then you also gave me something that was very different. I don't have very many foreign language comics in my collection, so that's really cool. I can't read a word of it, but I think it's really cool. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so at RegieCollects on Instagram and RegieCollects@gmail.com. Take care.